everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Matt and in today's video we're going to be playing Tower Simulator 3 and going back to one of my favourite airports in Brussels National Airport in Belgium. If you've not seen any of my other episodes, feel free to check them out on the channel and there will be a link in the description to the last episode. If you do like the content, please do like and subscribe, and if you do have any questions throughout the video, please drop them in the comments and I'll take a look when I can. So into this video then, we're going to go back to Brussels Airport in Belgium. Came out, was it last week? We have played this airport before, just generally with the Energies design as soon as it got released. Well, with a little bit of a pumped up schedule. But we ran the 07s in that. I've spent a little bit of time creating a custom schedule for this. So it's based off the real world airlines, but then with a couple of bumped up hours to try and include all of them airlines in 1 hour. I've got a little bit of cargo in there, a bit of military, general aviation, your biz jets and stuff. So quite a busy hour. I'm hoping everything does load. I've not played this yet, but I'm really looking forward to playing the schedule. It does look really fun, and I do really like this airport, the way it's laid out. And kind of, yeah, if you didn't know, I do control Brussels on the VATSIM network as well, so kind of know the airport pretty well. We did have an issue last time with the outers, so trying to use outer 6 and outer 7. I think I've got a way of getting around that with the way that I say it. So I'm hoping that's going to work today. It might not sound the best, but the game recognises it by saying it a different way. What we're going to be doing in terms of config is we're going to be using the 2.5s today. So it's going to be 2.5 right for departures, 2.5 left for arrivals. But then we'll be doing what they do in real life, which is they bring the cargo traffic in on 2.5 right, and also the generally the kind of biz jets, general aviation stuff in on 2.5 right as well. The reason for that is generally just because the cargo apron is kind of north of that runway, and then generally like if you have a biz jet or like your propellers and your smaller GA traffic, they do go quite slow, and obviously trying to taxi them across the whole airport is quite a bit of a challenge for them guys. So we'll stick with that, see how it gets on. There's not too much biz jet anyway. There's quite a bit of cargo, but there's not really too much kind of your biz jets and stuff in the schedule with the way I built it. There shouldn't be any general aviation traffic at all within this. Let me just quickly check that I've removed that. So I am going to just quickly remove all of that out of the GA file, just so that we definitely don't have any of that stuff in. Because I don't want any GA stuff in the schedule. We're going to be playing the 9 AM hour, so quite early on in the morning, and we're going to use my database, and we're just going to preload the 1 hour in, play the full hour worth of the custom schedule, and see how we get on with it. So just to quickly show you the schedule then, I will just quickly reload this now that, yeah, let me just quickly reload that now I've removed the GA traffic. So yeah, the GA traffic's gone out of it. You'll see there's around, well, if we split it by that, there's about 107, I think. But if we look at the arrivals, obviously the cargo traffic, if we split that out, the cargo is going to come on 2.5 right anyway. So it gives us just over 90. So I think there's, there we go, at 58, probably about 30, 35 arrivals, which is manageable on 2.5 left. And then obviously we'll have a handful of traffic come on 2.5 right as well. We've got to try and get like 50 odd departures out, so that's like 1 a minute on 2.5 right, which is possible. As long as we keep sending our traffic. Obviously we'll have a few gaps. I think it'll take us a little bit longer than the hour to do it, but not much more. So again, we'll just kind of keep sending our traffic. Obviously the heavies have got to go differently within the mediums, but yeah, we'll kind of see how we get on. Alright, so we'll get to the game pause to start with. I'll quickly get everything set up, take you around the airport very quickly, and then we'll figure it out from there. So, EBBR, ideas, PS3 assistant, and we'll check all that is good. So yeah, we spin the ideas around ever so slightly just so that it's easy enough. Obviously 2.5s are not direct like perfectly east, but near enough there. Cameras wise, if you didn't watch the last video, these are the cameras we're going to be using. So F7 here, which gives us a view of all of 2.5 right here. And we can also see the 2-5 left arrivals. So it's a pretty good view from the tower. We've got F8 over here, which gives us a view above the terminal. F9, which gives us a view of cargo. And then I think that's it. Yeah, because F8 also gives us a view of the GA stuff here, which you can see here. Okay, so if I quickly take you around the airport, whoops, that wasn't meant to happen. We'll start over here with the cargo. So you'll see, again, I'm not going to spend ages, but you'll see there's a lot of different cargo traffic in this cargo apron, like heavies, smaller planes and stuff like that. We then head over to the military apron. These are created, they basically operating as NATO, but we don't actually have a livery for it, so I just used a white one and colored it in grey. Obviously, in the real ones, they do have decals on them and stuff like that. Then we'll spin you around to the GA kind of area. So we have all of this here, which are like remote stands, generally used as overflow for cargo, any kind of charter flights, anything like that, but it doesn't look like anything's loaded in there at the minute. These are generally where the private jets park in all of these stands. We've only got one for departure now. I think we have 1 or 2 arrivals. These are your low-cost stands, so you generally see Transavia, Ryanairs, EasyJets. In real life, the non-Schengen Ryanairs and stuff like that generally park over here. But for the purpose of this video and this schedule, we have put them all over here just because we're kind of limited on the Terminal B just because of the heavies and stuff. So they'll all park in here. All your Schengen stuff park in here. So you've got like Galata, Aegean, Beauty, yeah, all your Brussels Airlines down here, KLMs, ITA Airways, stuff like that. We do have a lovely Finnair A350. I think one of these arrives as well. It's technically meant to arrive then depart, but because of the timings, I've just generally done it. It'll just do that. Brussels 330s, old livery, new livery. You won't see any 320s or 319s in the old livery. None of them are. They're in the airplanes folder, but none of them operate in real life. They've all been repainted in real life, so I took them out. We do have the Star Alliance one and a few other special liveries as well. Then we have the non-Schengen one, so you'll see all this stuff, so like Tarom, Tunisia, generally all your heavy stuff park over here, so like Air China. A few more Brussels Air330s coming there. I thought that was a jet bridge then, but it just looks like a catering truck. We've got this lovely Etihad Dreamliner, one of my favourite ones. Fly One, Egypt Air, yeah, Norwegian, MEA, and they do just fit in there. So some of these stands I've done. Then we have all this of the overflow. So this is what happens in real life. I think they use this as overflow. So like the Delta's over here, the Ethiopian. Again, these will change every single time you load it up, but we use this as overflow. I've put a BA 777 in there. So a couple of weeks before creating the schedule, and when this video just go out, BA randomly operated a 777 into Brussels from Heathrow. So I thought I'd put it into the schedule for why not. The rest of the day, there is a few more BA stuff in there. There's a lot more stands down here. These are assigned in the game as overflow if needed. None of these are. These are generally used for like maintenance, long-term storage, anything like that. These are the maintenance hangars over here. We do have plenty of open gates. I don't know how it's actually going to work when we play it. But quite looking forward to it. We'll get straight into it now, rather than me rambling on for 15 minutes like always. We're going to switch to 3 nautical miles on the separation and see how it gets on, because I do want to try and get all of my arrivals in. And obviously if there's about 35 of them, then yeah, it is what it is. Most of the traffic is going to face east. So again, they'll kind of push back facing east. What we need to say is the stuff in this Tango and Uniform area, they're all going to cross at Echo 4 and taxi to Whiskey 41, and then we'll give them. Any of the heavy stuff here, we'll do the same. We'll cross them at Echo 5. Cargo will cross, depends if we have cargo arriving, we'll cross them, we'll cross them on Alpha 6. If we have cargo arriving, we can bring them in via Alpha 7. Military will come up here. Military is probably going to land 25 left, so we'll have to taxi them all the way up the outers. And then probably across at Bravo 5.
Austrian 68 Bravo with information Foxtrot.
All this stuff will come in and go via the outers. The inbounds will take inners, Mike inners, or inners Sierra Romeo 4, inners Tango. The outbounds will all take the outers. That's the plan. Shouldn't be too difficult. Let's get into it. Really looking forward to playing this one now. Should be a busier shower. Skynight 3 Hotel, pushback approved, facing east. Austrian 68 Bravo, pushback approved, facing east.
Pushback approved, facing east. Skynight 3 Hotel.
It's a great
Command
setup, isn't
property
it?
error. Austrian 6-8 Bravo.
A nice screenshot for the thumbnail.
Brussels ground. Transavia 70 Papa Golf with information. Foxtrot.
Got Transavia on that.
Push and start.
Transavia 70 Papa Golf, pushback approved, facing east. The only one I do struggle with is the taxi to the intersection. We can use Bravo 3 for some departures as well. But trying to, like, so what we do on VATSIM is we generally say taxi via outer 6, hold at the end of outer 6. So I've got to say that as well. It's not outer, it's outer. If I say outer, it picks it up as outer. So that's my way of trying to get it to work. And we'll see how it works. Beeline 6-7 Juliet, pushback approved, facing east. So where's Finnair going to park? He's going to go and park in this tank, yes, so that's fine. Finnair 27 Uniform Golf Heavy, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Runway 25 left, cleared to land. Finnair 27 Uniform Golf Heavy.
Is Austrian not pushing? Austrian 6-8 Bravo, pushback approved, facing east.
Pushback approved facing east. Austrian 6-8 Bravo.
Yeah, so we'll probably send all them via the outers. So the problem is yeah, we can't send them to the intersection. So it's going to be the intersection of inner 6 outer 7 maybe. I'm just going to test this. Skynet 3 Hotel taxi to the intersection of outer 7 and inner 6. No.
Taxi and hold at the intersection
Skynet 3 Hotel taxi to the intersection of outer 7 and inner 6 via outer 7.
Taxi and hold at the intersection
But that's the problem, he'll start turning left. And maybe Echo 6. Skynet 3 Hotel taxi to the intersection of Echo 6 and outer 7 via outer 7. Yeah, that's the way we need to do it.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Echo 6 and outer 7.
And apologies for my pronunciation of the outer. I have to say outer, and it picks it up. So, that's fine.
Brussels ground. Transavia 70 Papa Golf ready to taxi.
Transavia 70 Papa Golf taxi to the intersection of outer 4 and inner 3. Just taxiing straight ahead for now.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway outer 4 and inner 3.
Yeah.
Transavia
So it says outer 4, but if I say outer, it picks it up as alpha.
Brussels ground. Beeline 67 Juliet ready to taxi.
Beeline 67 Juliet taxi to the intersection of Bravo 3 and outer 6 via outer 5.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Bravo 3 and outer 6 via outer 5. Beeline 67
Let's try that
Juliet.
instead. Beeline 67 Juliet taxi to the intersection of outer 6 and inner 6 via outer 5. See, it did alpha 5.
Taxi and hold at the
Beeline
intersection of
67
taxiway outer
Juliet
6
taxi
and
to the
inner
intersection
6 via
of
alpha 5.
outer
Beeline
6
67
and
Juliet.
inner 6. Nope. Said it wrong.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway outer 6 and inner 6. Beeline 67 Juliet.
Beeline 67 Juliet taxi to the intersection of outer 6 and inner 6 via outer 6. No, that doesn't
Taxi and
work
hold at
either.
the intersection of taxiway outer 6 and inner 6 via outer
Beeline
6.
67 Juliet
Beeline
taxi to the
67
intersection
Juliet.
of Bravo 3 and outer 6 via outer 5. So he's going to go there.
Taxi and hold at the
I just want to see how these fit. This is just more of a test for me right now. Austrian 68 Bravo taxi to the intersection of inner 5 and Mike. Transavia 70 Papa Golf taxi to the intersection of outer 5 and Mike via outer 5. Mount via alpha 5. Transavia 70 Papa Golf taxi to the intersection of outer 5 and Mike via outer 4.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway outer 5.
Okay, we'll get this in a minute. I just more just testing it. So I just want to bring the beeline, which is operating on behalf of Royal Baltic, and I just want to see whether we can fit this guy past. Because if I can hold the short, get people past,
Austrian 6-8 Bravo ready to taxi.
then we know.
Brussels Tower, Alpine 8 Alpha India on final 25 left.
Okay, we've got some guys coming at 25 left. I think they are running at 3 nautical miles. If it doesn't work, we'll switch it to 5. It's fine. But yeah, we're just making sure that we can get stuff. So generally, what would happen in VATSIM, we'll taxi them to the end of outer 7, which is here, and then they will go to the end of outer 6. But can't really do that because it connects to inner 6 here. So we can hold him short of that. So we're just going to wait for him to get to this whole position, then we're going to get Sky Knight moving. I just want to see if we can fit this guy across. So obviously we can... I'm going to set a camera here because I quite like that setup. Set that as, what, F11? Okay, so we'll wait for him to stop. He should be able to fit past, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, that's fine. Sky Knight 3 Hotel, runway 25 right at Bravo 1.
Runway 25 right at Bravo
Cool.
1. Sky Knight 3 Hotel.
Xavier 70 Papa Golf, runway 25 right at Bravo 1. Austrian 68 Bravo, runway 25 right at Bravo 1 via Mike, out of 6.
Runway 25 right at Bravo.
Airline 67 Juliet, runway 25 right at Bravo 1.
Austrian 68 Bravo.
Runway 25 right at Bravo
Sky
1.
Knight 3 Hotel,
Beeline
runway
67
25
Juliet.
right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Spinners coming off at Charlie 4. I don't want him to do that. Why is he coming down there? Royal Mark 45 Victor, runway 25 left, clear to land. Spinner 27 Uniform Golf, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot 2, Echo 3, Inner 8, Mike. No. Spinner 27 Uniform Golf Heavy, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot 2, Echo 3, Inner 9er, Inner 8, Mike.
Runway 25 left. Clear to land. Royal Emma Rock 45 Victor.
Spinner 27 Uniform Golf Heavy, cross runway 19er, hold short of Tango. Beeline 67 Juliet, runway 25 right, line up on wait. Beauty 58 Zulu, pushback approved, facing east. What's TAR? I can't remember what TAR is.
Taxi to terminal.
Tuno 28 Mike, pushback approved, facing east. Spinner 93 Golf Heavy, pushback approved, facing east. Yeah, so what should have happened is the Finner should have come in, and then the same one should have departed, but because I've messed the timings up, it's done this.
Beeline 67 Juliet.
Alpine 8 Alpha India, runway 25 left, clear to land. Royal Emirates 45 Victor, taxi to terminal via Foxtrot 2, Echo 3. Just remember where I'm gonna just set a camera to here just to make sure that I can see everything from a crossings perspective.
Pushback approved facing east. Finnair 93 Golf Heavy.
I don't like how they vacate there. Ideally, I just get them to vacate here. Alpine 8 Alpha India, vacate. Alpine 8 Alpha India, exit at taxiway Charlie 4.
Command property error. Alpine 8 Alpha India.
Beeline 67 Juliet, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Exit at taxiway Charlie 4.
Spinner 27 Uniform Golf Heavy, hold short of Sierra. Spinner 27 Uniform Golf Heavy, continue taxi, hold short of Sierra.
Runway 25
Royal
right,
Mark 45 Victor,
cleared
cross
for
runway
immediate
19er.
takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Beeline 67 Juliet.
Xavier 70 Papa Golf, runway 25 right, line up and wait.
Hold short of taxiway Sierra. Finnair 27 Uniform Golf Heavy.
Beauty 5 8 Zulu, runway 25 right, via Outer 5. Send him that way.
Continue taxi. Hold short
Xavier
of
70
taxiway
Papa Golf,
Sierra.
runway 25 right, cleared for immediate
Golf
takeoff
Heavy.
upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. So let's just go and see where he
Cross
vacates.
runway 19er.
That's where I want him to vacate. That's easier for me. Alpine 8 Alpha India, taxi to the intersection of Inner 8 and Sierra. Cross runway 19er. Oh, you gotta wait for him to stop
Runway
actually.
25 right. Line up and wait. Trans-Avia 70
Alpine
Golf.
8 Alpha India, taxi to the... Oh, no, he's doing it, that's fine. ISO 37 Charlie Lima, runway 25 left, clear to land. Oh, it's not ISO. Iberia 37 Charlie Lima, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Runway 25 right.
Austrian
via
68
5.
Bravo, runway 25 right,
exit.
line up and wait. Spinner 93 Golf Heavy, taxi to Whiskey 41 via Foxtrot 4, Whiskey 3. Finnair 903 Golf Heavy, taxi to Whiskey 41 via Foxtrot 4, Whiskey 3. No. Finnair 903 Golf Heavy, taxi to Whiskey 41. No. Finnair 903 Golf Heavy, runway 25 right via Foxtrot 4, Whiskey 3.
Runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Finnair 903 Golf Heavy, runway 25 right via Romeo 4, Foxtrot 4, Whiskey 3.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of Taxiway
That's the way.
and Sierra. Cross
Austrian
runway
68
19.
Bravo, runway
Alpine
25 right,
India.
cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Just a nuances with the way it picks the things up.
Command property error.
UT 17
Alpine
Lima
India.
Zulu, pushback approved, facing east. Tuner 28 Mike, taxi to the intersection of Sierra and Mike.
Runway 25 left.
Finnair 903 Golf Heavy, cross runway 19.
Charlie Lima.
Runway 25 right. Line up and wait.
That's the
Austrian
way I want him
68
to
Bravo.
go. Finnair 27 Uniform Golf Heavy, taxi to terminal via Mike.
Negative, I'm on the ground.
Can he make
Finnair
the
903
turn?
Golf Heavy. Negative, I'm on the taxiway already. Finnair 903 Golf Heavy.
Yeah, cool.
Command required.
UT 58 Zulu, runway
Finnair
25
903
right,
Golf
line
Heavy.
up and wait.
Runway
Alpine 8
25 right,
Alpha
right,
India,
Foxtrot
taxi
4,
to the intersection of
Whiskey
Mike and
3.
Inner
Finnair
4.
903 Golf Heavy.
Alpine 8 Alpha India, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Inner 5. Right now, 903 Kilo, pushback approved, facing east. KLM 81 Victor Delta, pushback approved, facing east.
Runway 25 right.
And
via
Dewey is
Romeo
on his
4,
way.
Foxtrot 4, Whiskey 3.
We do
Finnair
have
903 Golf Heavy.
HOF.
Runway 25
Or
right.
one.
Clear
Oh, I do want to
for
see this
immediate
over.
takeoff.
We'll get some really
Altitude
good
1000.
views of the
Contact
landing traffic on
departure.
25 right.
Austrian 68 Bravo.
Beauty 58 Zulu, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. He's right now pushing.
Pushback approved facing
KLM's
east.
pushing.
Beauty 17
We get all
Lima
them guys moved, and then we'll get
Taxi and hold
Alpine in.
at the intersection of
Tuner
Taxiway
28
Sierra
Mike, runway
and
25 right,
28
via Sierra R7. Tuner 28 Mike, runway 25 right, via Sierra R7. United 7 Nana Juliet Alpha Heavy, pushback approved, facing east. There's the Finnair. Probably be able to get the
Cross
Finnair
runway
out.
19er, Finnair 903
It's a
Golf
beautiful livery, is that, isn't it?
Taxi to terminal. Ron Mike. Finnair 27 Uniform Golf Heavy.
Can we get the Aegean
Runway
out
25
as
right. Line
well?
up and wait. Beauty 58 Zulu.
The Aegean will wait, actually.
Negative. Intersection not found. Alpine 8 Alpha India.
And Beauty will have to wait as
Taxi and
well.
hold at the intersection of Taxiway Mike. Under 5. Alpine 8 Alpha
Finnair
India.
903 Golf Heavy, runway 25 right, line up and wait.
Pushback approved facing east. Ryanair 903 Kilo.
So the next is the
Pushback
landing.
approved facing east. KLM 81 Victor Delta.
Beautiful
Runway
view from up
25
here,
right.
isn't it? I mean, can we see that from the tower as well?
Reaching altitude 1000. Contact
If we
departure.
stand up, yeah.
Beauty 58 Zulu.
Channel 58 Victor Golf Heavy, pushback approved, facing east.
Negative, unknown command. Tuner 28 Mike.
We'll
Runway 25 right,
probably
by
get the
Sierra,
Finnair
17.
going and then have to wait
28
for
Mike.
the arriving traffic.
Pushback approved facing east. United
Such a
7
good view from the
Ryanair
tower
25
though,
Lima.
isn't it? The tower's placed in such a good position
Runway
at this
25
airport.
right. Line up and wait.
Finnair 903 Golf Heavy,
Heavy.
runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Just roll please.
Pushback approved facing east.
KLM 81 Victor Delta, runway 25 right via outer 6.
Runway 25 right.
UT
Cleared for
17
immediate
Lima
takeoff.
Zulu,
Reaching
taxi to the
altitude
intersection
1000.
of
Contact
outer
departure.
5 and
Finnair
Mike via
903
outer
Golf Heavy.
5. And Ryanair 903 Kilo, taxi to the intersection of outer 5 and Mike via outer 4.
Runway 25 right.
Get all
Via
them
outer
guys
6.
moving.
KLM 81 Victor Delta.
Don't think we'll be able to fit the Singapore out
Taxi
as
and
well
hold at the
because of
intersection
where
of
United
Taxiway
is,
Outer
so he'll have to
Headline
wait.
Via Outer 5. Beauty 17 Lima Zulu.
Beeline 62 Zulu Tango, runway 25 left, clear to land exit at taxiway Charlie 4. Iberia 37 Charlie Lima, taxi to the intersection of Inner 8 and Sierra via Foxtrot 2 Inner 9er. Iberia 37 Charlie Lima, cross runway 19er. HLF Homeland.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of
Homeland
taxiway
34
Alpha
Kilo
5
Heavy,
and
runway
5
25 right,
via
clear to
Alpha
land.
Ryanair
Exit
9
at
3 Kilo.
taxiway Bravo 9. Yeah, so he can't fit on the cargo apron. So he's going to go and park over there, which is kind of an overflow
Taxi
parking.
and hold at the intersection of taxiway Inner 8 and Sierra via
Air China's
Foxtrot
ready.
2. Inner 9.
Air China 58 Victor Golf Heavy, runway 25 right via Sierra, Foxtrot 4, Whiskey 3. United 7 Nana Juliet Alpha Heavy, runway 25 right via Sierra, Foxtrot 4, Whiskey 3. Alpine 8 Alpha India, taxi to terminal via Inner 4. Get him going down the inners.
Cross runway 19er.
Airline Nana Nana Zulu India Heavy, pushback approved facing east. Air China 58 Victor Golf Heavy, cross runway 19er.
Runway 25 right, clear the land. Exit at taxiway
There's
Bravo
another
9.
beeline.
Homeland 34 Kilo Heavy.
Iberia's coming into
Runway
this
25
side.
right, via Sierra. Foxtrot 4.
So we'll
Whiskey
get
3.
these two out.
Air China 58
He
Victor Golf
should
Heavy.
be pushing. Singapore 180 Papa Heavy, pushback approved facing east. Ethiopian 57 Delta Heavy, pushback approved facing east. Got our first cargo traffic. Nice Ethiopian cargo 777.
Foxtrot 4.
Whoops, on
Whiskey
camera.
3. United 7 Niner Juliet Alpha Heavy.
Juno 28 Mike, runway 25 right to line up behind next landing aircraft. Beeline 39 Lima Mike. Nope. Beeline 39 Mike Lima, runway 25 left, clear to land, exit taxiway Charlie 4. Beeline 62 Zulu Tango, taxi to the intersection of Inner Niner and Tango. Cross runway 19er.
Taxi to terminal via 4. Alpine 8 Alpha India.
UT 17 Lima Zulu, runway 25 right. Ryanair 98 Kilo, runway 25 right. Oh, I didn't get to see that. It's kind of like that.
Beeline 909 Zulu.
Maybe I have to see it from here.
Cross runway 19.
The
Air China
beautiful
58
looking
Victor
livery,
Golf
this.
Pushback approved facing east. Singapore 18.
Central Airlines.
Pushback approved facing east. Ethiopian 57 Delta Hotel
He
Heavy.
should be holding that, that's fine. United 7 Niner Juliet Alpha Heavy, cross runway 19er.
Runway 25 right.
There's an
Line up
office
behind
25
next
left for
landing
now.
aircraft. Tinner 28 Mike.
And
Runway 25 left.
Homeland 34 Kilo Heavy, taxi to ramp via Inner 2. Gonna come off here. I got him to exit a taxiway Bravo 9 just to make that easier for us.
Beeline 62 Zulu Tango.
Okay.
Runway 25 right. Beauty 17 Lima Zulu.
Iberia 37 Charlie Lima, taxi to terminal via Mike. Inner 5. And Alpine's coming past when he wants to.
25 right. Ryanair 9.
Ethiopian 57 Delta Hotel Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Alta 2 and Juliet. Ethiopian 57 Delta Hotel Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Alta 2 and Juliet. Fine. Juno 28 Mike, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. KLM 81 Victor Delta, runway 25 right, line up and wait. Connie 74 Charlie Heavy, pushback approved facing east. Beeline 99 Zulu India Heavy, runway 25 right, via Romeo 4, Foxtrot 4, Whiskey 3. Aegean 21 Juliet, pushback approved facing east.
Cross runway 19er. United 79 and
Oh,
Juliet
it's in the Atomium livery, very nice.
Taxi
There we
to
go.
land via 2. Homeland 3
Beeline 62 Zulu Tango, taxi to the intersection of Inner 8 and Sierra.
Taxi to terminal via Mike.
Beeline
Inner
62
5.
Zulu Tango, taxi to the intersection of Inner 8 and Mike. Yeah, that's a bit better, that one, isn't it?
Negative. Intersection not found.
Beeline 99
Ethiopian
Zulu India
57
Heavy, cross
Delta
runway
Hotel
19er. KLM 81 Victor Delta, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Beauty 17 Lima Zulu, runway 25 right, line up and wait. Cathay 76 Uniform Heavy, runway 25 left, cleared to land, exit at taxiway Charlie 5.
Taxi and hold
Beeline
at the
39
intersection
Mike
of
Lima,
taxiway
taxi to the
Alpha
intersection of
Juliet.
Inner 9er
Ethiopian
and
57 Delta
Tango,
Hotel
cross runway 19er. Singapore 18 Quebec Papa Heavy, runway 25 right, via Sierra, Foxtrot 4, Whiskey 3. Italo 65 Golf Italo 65 Golf Hotel, pushback approved facing east.
Runway 25 right.
Horseman 5-1 India Heavy, pushback approved facing east.
Contact departure. Itinerary 28 Mike.
Ethiopian 57 Delta Hotel Heavy, cross runway 25 right.
Runway 25 right. Line up and wait. KLM 81 Victor Delta.
Cool, these are all moving.
Pushback approved facing east. Connie 7-4 Charlie Heavy.
China, I don't know where he's going to actually line up, so we'll wait for him.
Runway 25 right. Via Romeo 4. Foxtrot 4. Whiskey 3. Beeline 909.
Aegean 21 Juliet, runway 25 right, via Outer 4, Outer 5.
Pushback approved facing east. Aegean 21 Juliet.
We're going to get, where's Beeline going?
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway
Okay,
number 8
we'll get
and
him in.
Sierra. Beeline 62
Lot
Zulu
7
Tango.
Nano Mike, pushback approved facing east. U217 Lima Zulu, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. There's the next Beeline, got plenty of
Taxi and hold at the
holding.
intersection of taxiway
Line
number 8
93
and
kilo,
Mike.
runway 25 right,
Beeline
line up
62
and wait.
Tango.
Cross runway 19er. Beeline 909 Zulu India Heavy.
Runway 25 right.
Air Transact
Cleared
44
for
India,
immediate
pushback
takeoff
approved
upon
facing
reaching
east.
altitude 1000. Contact departure.
Aegean Yal 2
KLM
Delta
81
Heavy,
Victor
pushback
Delta.
approved facing east.
Runway 25 right. Line up and wait. Beauty
There's a
17
cafe.
Lima Zulu.
Runway 25 left. Cleared to land.
It's at our
Taxiway
65
Charlie
Golf
5.
Hotel,
Cathay 76
taxi to the
uniform F.
intersection of Inner 6 and Inner 7.
Taxi and hold at the
Ethiopian
intersection of
57
taxiway
Delta
number
Hotel
9
Heavy,
and
taxi to the
Golf
intersection of
Lima
Outer
Lima
5 and Mike.
Beeline 39er Mike Lima.
Ryanair 93 Kilo, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Air China 58 Victor Golf Heavy, runway 25 right, line up and wait. Beeline 62 Zulu Tango, taxi to terminal via Mike Romeo 4. Singapore 18 Quebec Papa Heavy, cross runway 19er. ILM 56 Uniform, runway 25 left, cleared to land, exit at taxiway Charlie 4. Cathay 76 Uniform Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Inner 8 and Mike.
Pushback approved facing east. Itaro 65 Golf Hotel.
Pushback approved facing east. Postman 51 India Heavy.
Beeline 3 Nano Mike Lima, taxi to the intersection of Inner 8 and Mike. Air China 58 Victor Golf Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. United 7 Nano Juliet Alpha Heavy, runway 25 right, line up and wait. Horseman 51 India Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Outer 2 and Juliet. Connie 74 Charlie Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Outer 2 and Juliet. Beeline 76 Yankee X-Ray, pushback approved facing east. Lot 7 Nano Mike, pushback approved facing east.
Cross runway 25 right. Ethiopian 57 Delta Hotel
Air
Heavy.
Transat 44 India, runway 25, Air Transat 44 India, taxi to the intersection of Outer 7 and Echo 6 via Outer 7.
Runway 25 right. Via Outer 4. Outer
United
5.
7 Nano Juliet Alpha Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Beeline 99 Zulu India Heavy, runway 25 right, line up and wait. Ethiopian 57 Delta Hotel Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Bravo 3 and Outer 6.
Command property error. Lot 7 Dynamite.
Air Algeria 39 Kilo, pushback approved facing east. F4E
Runway
First
25
Eagle
right.
74
Cleared
Victor,
for
pushback
immediate
approved
takeoff
facing
upon
east.
reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure.
Virgin Yard 2 Delta Heavy,
Beauty
taxi to the
17 Lima Zulu.
intersection of Outer 9 and Uniform.
Runway 25 right. Line up and wait. Ryanair 903 Kilo.
Okay, we're going to get the next one
Pushback
going.
approved facing east. Air Transat 44 India.
We do have a cargo on approach.
Pushback approved
Beeline
facing
99
east.
Zulu
Air
India Heavy,
Delta
runway
Delta
25
Heavy.
right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Ethiopian 5-7 Delta Hotel Heavy, runway 25 right via Foxtrot 5. Ethiopian 5-7 Delta Hotel Heavy, cross runway 19er. Beeline 39 Mike, claim a taxi to the intersection of Mike and Inner 5. Delta 7-6 Uniform Heavy, taxi to the terminal via Sierra.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Inner 6 and Inner 7.
It's at our 65 Golf Hotel, runway 25 right at Bravo 3. Aegean 21 Juliet, runway 25 right, line up and wait. What's CHH? Is that Hainan? Hainan 3 Zulu Heavy, runway 25 left, clear to land exit at taxiway Charlie 5. KLM 5-6 Uniform, taxi to the intersection of Inner 9er and Uniform via Inner 9er, cross runway 19er. KLM 5-6 Uniform, taxi to the intersection of Inner 9er and Uniform via Inner 9er. Yeah, that's fine. Busman 5-1 India Heavy, cross runway 25 right. Connie 7-4 Charlie Heavy, cross runway 25 right. Is he going?
Runway 25 right.
Okay.
Line up and wait.
Air Transat 44 India, runway 25 right at Bravo 1. Urgent Yell 2 Delta Heavy, runway 25 right via Echo 4 Whiskey 3. Urgent Yell 2 Delta Heavy, cross runway 19er.
Cross runway 19er. Singapore 18 Quebec Hotel Heavy. Runway 25 left. Clear to land. Exit at taxiway Charlie 4. KLM 56 Uniform.
Waiting for them two to cross. Beeline 76 Yankee X-Ray, taxi to the intersection of Bravo 3 and Outer 6 via Outer 5. Lot 7 Nanomike, taxi to the intersection of Bravo 3 and Outer 6 via Outer 4. Aegean 21 Juliet, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Singapore 18 Quebec Papa Heavy, runway 25 right to line up and wait.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway
We're going to get these to Bravo 1.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of
First Eagle 74 Victor, taxi to the intersection of Outer 8 and Sierra. First Eagle 74 Victor, taxi to the intersection of Outer 8 and Sierra via Outer 8. Air Algerie 390 Kilo, taxi to the intersection of Outer 8 and Sierra via Outer 8. Ryanair 77 Mike Kilo, runway 25 left, clear to land exit at taxiway Charlie 4. Singapore 18 Quebec Papa Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Beeline 39 Mike, Lima taxi to terminal via Inner 5. Air Crete 67 Golf Tango, pushback approved, facing east. Beeline 44 Sierra Heavy, pushback approved, facing east. Busman 51 India Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Outer 4 and Inner 5. No. Busman 51 India Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Bravo 6 and Outer 4. Connie 74 Golf Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Outer 5.
Runway 25 right. Clear for immediate takeoff.
KLM 56 Uniform, taxi to the intersection of Inner 8 and Mike. Hainan 3 Zulu Heavy, taxi to terminal via Inner 10 Uniform. Busman 72 Uniform, runway 25 right, clear to land exit at taxiway Alpha 6. Air Transat 44 Uniform, actually. Italo 65 Golf Heavy, runway 25 right, to line up behind next landing aircraft. And First Eagle 74 Victor, runway 2, actually no. Beeline 76 Yankee X-Ray, runway 25 right at Bravo 1. Lot 7 Nanomike, runway 25 right at Bravo 1. Ryanair 77 Mike Kilo, taxi to the intersection of Outer 9er Uniform.
Runway 25 right, line up and wait.
Nordic 88 November Tango, pushback approved, facing east. First Eagle 74 Victor, taxi to the intersection of Outer 7 and Echo 6. Roger 390 Kilo, taxi to the intersection of Arda 7 and Echo 6. Here comes our cargo.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway altitude and Juliet. Postman 51 India Heavy.
Oh, this is quite busy, isn't it? Postman 51 India Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Arda 5 and Mike.
27 for Charlie Heavy.
We get him moving.
Push back approved facing east.
KLM 56 uniform, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Inner 4. Okay. KLM 56 uniform, taxi to terminal via Mike, Inner 5.
Push back approved facing east. Lot 79 and Mike.
Okay, we're going to start getting these guys moved in a minute.
Negative. Unknown
Beeline
command.
901 Zulu, runway 25 left, clear to land exit at taxiway Charlie 4. Ethiopian 57 Delta Hotel Heavy, runway 25 right, line up and wait. Italo 65 Golf Hotel, runway 25 right. Air Transit 44 India, runway 25 right, line up and wait. Postman 72 uniform, taxi to ramp. Italo 65 Golf Hotel, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Beeline 44 Sierra Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Whiskey 3 and Foxtrot 5 via Foxtrot 4, cross runway 19er. Beeline 44 Sierra Hotel Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Whiskey 3 and Foxtrot 5 via Romeo 4, Foxtrot 4. Beeline 44 Sierra Hotel Heavy, cross runway 19er. Ryanair 77 Mike Kilo, taxi to the intersection of Inner 8 and Mike. Reach 67 Golf Tango, taxi to the intersection of Romeo 4 and Mike. Anipon 99 Lima Sierra Heavy, pushback approved facing east. Air Transit 44 India Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Air Transit 44 India Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Bye.
Runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. United 79 and Juliet Alpha Heavy.
Air Transit 44 India, runway 19er. Air Transit 44 India, runway 19er via Bravo 3. Air Transit 44 India, runway 19er via runway 25 right, Bravo 6. Air Transat 44 India, runway 19er via runway 25 right, Bravo 6.
Runway 25 right, line up and wait. Beeline 99 Zulu India Heavy.
Air Transat 44 India, continue taxi. Well, we know we can't land them two up next
Taxi
time.
and hold at the intersection of taxiway Bravo 3.
Get the next one then.
Ethiopian 57
Beeline 27 India Charlie, runway 25 left, clear to land exit at taxiway Charlie 4.
Pushback approved facing east. Air Algerie 39er Kilo.
Okay. Royal Mark 24 uniform heavy, pushback approved facing east. Postman 51 India Heavy, runway 25 right via Echo 6, cross runway 19er. Postman 51 India Heavy, runway 25 right via Echo 6 Whiskey 4, cross runway 19er. 274 Charlie Heavy, runway 25 right via Echo 6 Foxtrot 5, cross runway 19er. Aircreek 67 Golf Tango, taxi to the intersection of Outer 7 Echo 6. Beeline 97 Zulu, pushback approved facing east.
Pushback approved.
Beeline 36 Delta Charlie, pushback approved facing east. We might be just alright getting this guy out.
Intersection of taxiway outer niner and uniform. Air Yao 2 Delta Heavy.
Okay, as soon as he vacates, we'll get him moving.
Runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Beeline 44 Sierra Heavy, continue taxi.
Contact departure. Beeline 99 Zulu India Heavy.
There's always one that messes it up in it.
right via Foxtrot
Ethiopian
5.
57 Delta Hotel Heavy, runway 25 right,
Hotel
cleared for
Heavy.
immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Cross runway 19er.
Anipon 99 Lima Sierra Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Whiskey 3 and Foxtrot 5 via Sierra Foxtrot 4. Nordic 88 November Tango, taxi to the intersection of Tango and Outer Niner.
Taxi and hold at the
Beeline 91 Zulu, taxi to the intersection of Outer Niner and Uniform, cross runway 19er. He's in the Tomorrowland delivery.
Taxi to terminal. Vasi Era.
Okay.
Cap A76 uniform heavy.
Boutique 69 Zulu Alpha, runway 25 right, clear to land.
25 right at Bravo
Beeline
3.
76 Yankee X-ray, runway 25 right, to line up behind next landing aircraft. Aircrew 67 Golf Tango, runway 25 right at Bravo 1. Air Transat 44 India, taxi to the intersection of Bravo 3 and ADA 6.
Runway 25 right, line up and wait. GM2 on Juliet.
Royal Emirates 24 Uniform Heavy, taxi to the intersection of ADA 2 and Juliet. Tadom 79 Alpha, pushback approved, facing east.
Charlie 5, in and 3.
Swiss 50 Kilo, pushback approved, facing east. Egypt 34 Foxtrot, pushback approved, facing east. Cedar Jet 25 Golf Lima, pushback approved, facing east. Got this little guy coming in.
Intersection of taxiway Interliner and
We do have another cargo aircraft coming in as well, so we do have to be careful.
KLM 56 uniform.
Air Transat 44 India, runway 25 right.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway.
Beeline 36 Delta Charlie, taxi to the intersection of ADA 5 and Mike. Beeline 36 Delta Charlie, taxi to the intersection of Inner 5 and Mike. Got to send him via the inners at the minute. BTK is coming down here. Rail Mark 24 Uniform Heavy, cross runway 25 right. Ryanair 77 Mike Kilo, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Inner 5. Beeline 97, we're going to hold him there actually. Anipon 99 Lima Sierra Heavy, cross runway 19er. Beeline 44 Sierra Heavy, runway 25 right.
Cross runway 25 right. Connie 74 Charlie.
Boutique 69 Zulu Alpha, taxi to terminal via ADA 3 Juliet. Beeline 76 Yankee X-ray, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Lot 79 Mike, runway 25 right, line up and wait. Nordic 8 November Tango, runway 25 right via ADA 8, hold short of Inner 6.
Runway 25 right via Echo 4, Whiskey 3.
Beeline 97 Zulu, taxi to the intersection of Romeo 4 and Mike. Adam 78 Alpha, taxi to the intersection of Sierra and Mike. Swiss 50 Kilo, taxi to the intersection of Romeo 4 and Mike.
Cross runway 19er. Airton Yao 2 Delta Heavy.
Taxi and hold at the
First Eagle 74
intersection
Victor,
of
runway
taxiway
25 right at Bravo
6,
3
5,
via
5,
Bravo 3.
Beeline 76 Yankee X-ray. Taxi and hold at
Lot
the
79 Mike, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Lot 79 Mike.
I can't remember what this is.
Runway 25 right.
Multi 38 November Heavy, pushback approved, facing east.
Altitude 1000, contact departure. GM2 on Juliet. Runway
Beeline
25
36
right.
Delta Charlie, taxi to the intersection of Inner 6 and Inner 7.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of
Please so you can get past him.
and Sierra. First Eagle 74 Victor.
Loads of room.
Okay.
Okay.
The intersection of taxiway Otter 8.
Connie 64 India Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared to land, exit at taxiway. Nope, it's not Connie. What is it? Sichuan 64 India Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared to land, exit at taxiway Alpha 6. This is Cyprus 73 November Alpha, runway 25 left, cleared to land, exit at taxiway Charlie 4. Anipon 99 Lima Sierra Heavy, runway 25 right. Ryanair 77 Mike Kilo, taxi to terminal via Inner 4. Virgin Yarn 2 Delta Heavy, runway 25 right, line up and wet. First Eagle 74 Victor, runway 25 right, line up and wet. Okay.
Runway 25
Beeline
right.
36 Delta Charlie, runway 25 right at Bravo 3.
Ryanair 77 Mike Kilo.
Beeline 36 Delta Charlie, hold position. Beeline 36 Delta Charlie, runway 25 right at Bravo 3 via Inner 6. Beeline 36 Delta Charlie, hold position. Beeline 36 Delta Charlie, runway 25 right at Bravo 1. Beeline 36 Delta Charlie, hold position. Beeline 36 Delta Charlie, runway 25 right at Bravo 1 via ADA 6. Doesn't like it, does it? Beeline 36 Delta Charlie, hold position. Beeline 36 Delta Charlie, runway 25 right at Bravo 1 via Inner 6. I don't know why he wants to go all the way around. First Eagle 74 Victor, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Fish 164 India Heavy, taxi to ramp.
Pushback approved facing east. Air creep 67 Golf.
Airline 36 Delta Charlie, taxi to the intersection of Addis. God knows where he's actually going. He is going straight on now. Okay. Airline 27 India Charlie, taxi to the intersection of Inner Niner and Uniform via Inner Niner, cross runway 19. Nope. Airline 27 India Charlie, taxi to the intersection of Inner Niner and Uniform. Okay, that's fine. Airline 91 Zulu, taxi to the intersection of Inner 8 and Sierra. Airline 97 Zulu, taxi to the intersection of Arda 7 and Echo 6. West 50 Kilo, taxi to the intersection of Arda 7 and Echo 6. Airline 97 Zulu, taxi to the intersection of Arda 7 and Echo 6 via Arda 7. Airline 97 Zulu, hold position. Airline 97 Zulu, taxi to the intersection of Arda 7 and Echo 6 via Arda 7. West 50 Kilo, taxi to the intersection of Arda 7 and Echo 6 via Arda 7. Airline 91 Zulu, hold position. Junyao 2 Delta Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Postman 51 India Heavy, runway 25 right, turn up and wait. Freebird 31 November, runway 25 left, cleared to land, exit at taxiway Charlie 4. Cypress 73 November Alpha, taxi to the intersection of Inner Niner. Actually, no, he's going there. Cypress 73 November Alpha, taxi to terminal via Echo 3, cross runway 19. Airline 27 India Charlie, taxi to the intersection of Inner 8 and Mike. Airline 91 Zulu, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Inner 5. Air Baltic 26 Sierra Sierra, pushback approved facing east. Airline 24 Zulu, pushback approved facing east. Royal Emirate 24 Uniform Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Arda 5 and Mike. Postman 51 India Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Funny 74 Charlie Heavy, runway 25 right, turn up and wait. Egypt 34 Foxtrot, runway 25 right, via Echo 4 Whiskey 3, cross runway 19. Jet 25 Golf Lima, pushback approved facing east. Sun Express Nano Whiskey, pushback approved facing east. Airline 1, he's going down Mike, hopefully.
Taxi and hold at the intersection.
Airline 18 Golf Victor Heavy, pushback approved facing east.
27 for Charlie Hill.
Okay, next landings here, we'll wait for him to vacate. Multi 38 November Heavy, runway 25 right. Connie 74 Charlie Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Creek 67 Golf Tango, runway 25 right, turn up and wait. Exec Jet 38 Bravo, pushback approved, expect runway 25 right. Exec Jet 33 Bravo, pushback approved, expect runway 25 right. AirLG 390 Kilo, runway 25 right. Tadom 78 Alpha, taxi to the intersection of Arda 7 and Echo 6 via Arda 7. Egypt 34 Foxtrot, cross runway 19. Etihad 390 Uniform Heavy, pushback approved, facing east. Current on 71 Bravo, runway 25 left, clear to land, exit at taxiway Echo 4. Current on 71 Bravo, runway 25 left, clear to land, exit at taxiway Charlie 4. Freebird 31 November, taxi to the intersection of Echo 3 and Inner Nana, cross runway 19. Freebird 31 November, taxi to the intersection of Inner Nana and Uniform. There you got to wait. Freebird 31 November, cross runway 19. Airline 27 India Charlie, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Inner 5. Air Baltic 26 Sierra Sierra, taxi to the intersection of Arda 5 and Mike via Arda 5. Airline 24 Zulu, taxi to the intersection of Arda 5 and Mike via Arda 5. Create 67 Golf Tango, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. He's just
Runway
lined up.
25 right, clear to land. Exit to taxiway Alpha 6.
No more 25 right, arrivals for now, which is all good.
Command from start. Air Transat 44 India.
Sun Express 90 Whiskey is going to have to wait. Airline 18 Golf Victor Heavy, runway 25 right, via Sierra, Foxtrot 4, Whiskey 3, cross runway 19er.
Runway 25 right, line up behind next landing aircraft.
Rail Emirate 24 Uniform Heavy, runway 25 right, via Arda 6, Foxtrot 5, Whiskey 4. Rail Emirate 24 Uniform Heavy, runway 25 right, via Foxtrot 5, Whiskey 4. Air Transat 44 India, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Qatari 84 Kilo Heavy, pushback approved, facing east. Airline 36 Delta Charlie, runway 25 right, line up and went. Etihad 390 Uniform Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Whiskey 3 and Foxtrot 5, cross runway 19er. Jordanian 19er Romeo Alpha, pushback approved, expect runway 25 right. Airline 18 Golf Victor Heavy, cross runway 19er. Etihad 390 Uniform Heavy, hold position.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxi.
Rail Emirate 24 Uniform Heavy, cross runway 19er. UT 15 Zulu Tango, runway 25 left, cleared to land, exit taxiway Charlie 4. Going down 71 Bravo. Taxi to the intersection of Inner Niner and Mike, cross runway 19er. Going down 71 Bravo, taxi to the intersection of Inner Niner and Uniform. Airline 36 Delta Charlie, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Multi 38 November Heavy, runway 25 right, line up and wait. Multi 45 X-Ray Oscar Heavy, pushback approved, facing east. Exit Jet 33 Bravo, runway 25 right at Bravo 5 via Arda 3.
Pushback approved, facing east.
Nordic 8 November Tango, runway 25 right. Airline 91 Zulu, taxi to terminal via Inner 5. Airline 27 India Charlie, taxi to terminal via Inner 5. Etihad 390 Uniform Heavy, continue taxi, cross runway 19er. 3x31 November, taxi to terminal via Inner 8 Sierra. Going down 71 Bravo, taxi to terminal via Inner 8 Sierra. Etihad 390 Uniform Heavy, continue taxi. Etihad 390 Uniform Heavy, cross runway 19er. Airline 97 Zulu, runway 25 right. Air Baltic 26 Sierra Sierra, runway 25 right at Bravo 3 via Arda 6. Airline 24 Zulu, runway 25 right at Bravo 3 via Arda 6. Qatari 84 Kilo Heavy, pushback approved, facing east. Westman 20 Delta, pushback approved, facing east. Multi 38 November Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Airline 44 Sierra Heavy, runway 25 right, line up and went. UT 65 Hotel, pushback approved, facing east. Sun Express 90 Whiskey, runway 25 right, via Echo 4, Foxtrot 4, Whiskey 3, cross runway 19er. Delta 40 Bravo Heavy, pushback approved, facing east. There's something wrong with Jordanian. Jordanian 19 Romeo Alpha, continue taxi. Jordanian 19 Romeo Alpha, pull back to the gate. Jordanian 19 Romeo Alpha, pushback approved, expect runway 25 right. He decided he wanted to start pushing them for some reason. Etihad 390 Uniform Heavy, runway 25 right. Airline 44 Sierra Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Only 99 Lima Sierra Heavy, runway 25 right, line up and wait. Lufthansa 21 Whiskey, runway 25 left, cleared to land, exit taxiway Charlie 4. UT 15 Zulu Tango, taxi to the intersection of Inner... No. UT 15 Zulu Tango, taxi to the intersection of Inner Niner and Uniform.
25 right. Itaro 65 Golf Hotel.
Beauty 80 Lima Victor, pushback approved facing east. Beeline 50 Hotel Alpha, pushback approved facing east. On upon 99 Lima Sierra Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Cartery 84 Kilo Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Outer 2 and Juliet. Postman 20 Delta, taxi to the intersection of Outer 2 and Juliet. Multi 45 X-ray Oscar Heavy, runway 25 right. Air Baltic 260 Sierra, runway 25 right, line up and wet. Express 9 Whiskey, cross runway 19. Beauty 15 Zulu Tango, taxi to the intersection of Inner 8 and Mike. River 53 Romeo Heavy, pushback approved facing east. Okay, we do have another 25 right arrival soon. Cartery 84 Kilo Heavy, cross runway 25 right. Jet 33 Bravo, runway 25 right, on up and wet. Beauty 65 Hotel, taxi to the intersection of Romeo 4 and Mike. Jordanian 19 Romeo Alpha, runway 25 right via Echo 4 Whiskey 3, cross runway 19. Delta 40 Bravo Heavy, runway 25 right via Echo 4 Whiskey 3, cross runway 19. Airline 97 Sierra, runway 25 left, clear to land, exit at taxiway Charlie 4. Lufthansa 21 Whiskey, taxi to the intersection of Inner 9 and Uniform. Beauty 15 Zulu Tango, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Inner 5. Beauty 80 Lima Victor, taxi to the intersection of Outer 6 and Bravo 3 via Outer 5. Beeline 50 Hotel Alpha, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Outer 5 via Outer 5. Exit Jet 33 Bravo, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Van Cargo 54 Hotel Heavy, pushback approved facing east. Air Audrey 61 Mike Alpha, pushback approved facing east. Beauty 65 Hotel, taxi to the intersection of Romeo 4 and Mike. Egypt 34 Foxtrot, runway 25 right, line up and wet.
Ryan, Air 77 Mike Kilo.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Romeo 4 and Mike. Air Creek 67 Golf Time.
Cartery 84 Kilo Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Outer 5 and Mike. Beauty 15 Zulu Tango, taxi to terminal via Inner 5. Air Baltic 260 Sierra, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Lufthansa 21 Whiskey, taxi to the intersection of Inner 8 and Mike. Beauty 65 Hotel, taxi to the intersection of Outer 7 and Echo 6 via Outer 7. This is busy, isn't it? We do have a cargo traffic landing 25 right soon. Spirit 53 Romeo Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Inner 9 and Uniform. Spirit 53 Romeo Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Inner 9 and Uniform. Ethiopian 62 Whiskey Heavy, pushback approved facing east. Cedar Jet 25 Golf Lima, pushback approved facing east. Egypt 34 Foxtrot, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Air Audrey 390 Kilo, runway 25 right, line up and wet.
Command from start.
ISA 58 Papa, pushback approved facing east. Is he pushing? Yeah. UT 96 Whiskey, pushback approved facing east. Air Audrey 61 Mike Alpha, taxi to the intersection of Outer 2 and Juliet. Land Cargo 54 Hotel Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Outer 2 and Juliet. German Cargo 920 Heavy, pushback approved facing east. Air Audrey 390 Kilo, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Royal Emirate 24 uniform heavy, runway 25 right, line up and wait. UT 80 Lima Victor, runway 25 right. Beeline 50 Hotel Alpha, taxi to the intersection of Outer 6 and Bravo 3. Collery 84 Kilo Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Bravo 3 and Outer 6. Lufthansa 21 Whiskey, taxi to terminal via... No, you can't go yet. Aegean 69 Lima Quebec, pushback approved facing east. Europa 69 Lima Quebec, pushback approved facing east. Beeline 29 Lima, pushback approved facing east. Top Swiss 8 Victor, pushback approved facing east. Transavia 53 Lima Golf, go around, turn left heading 180, contact departure. Forgot about him. My bad. KLM 97 Sierra, taxi to the intersection of Inner Niner and Uniform. Spirit 53 Romeo Heavy, runway 25 right via Echo 4 Whiskey 3, cross runway 19er. Royal Emirate 24 Uniform Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. KLM 18 Golf Victor Heavy, runway 25 right, line up and wait. We're going to risk it.
Continue taxi. Air Transat 44 India.
UT 96 Whiskey, taxi to the intersection of Outer 7 and Echo 6 via Romeo 4 Outer 7. This is the reason why we bring all these guys down here, because it's easier. Royal Emirate 95 Lima, pushback approved. Expect runway 25 right. German Cargo 92 Zulu, runway... No. German Cargo 92 Zulu, taxi to the intersection of Outer 2 and Juliet. German Cargo 92 Zulu Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Outer 2 and Juliet. Beeline 18 Golf Victor Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. You've got to go, unfortunately. I thought you would have rotated, but never mind, that's fine. Okay.
Runway 25 right, 5 Echo 6, cross runway 19er, Postman 51 India Heavy.
Ethiopian 62 Whiskey Heavy, runway 25 right, actually. Ethiopian 62 Whiskey Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Foxtrot 4 and Whiskey 3 via Echo 4, cross runway 19er. ISO 58 Papa, runway 25 right via Echo 4 Whiskey 3, cross runway 19er. Turkish 1 India Tango Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared to land exit at taxiway Alpha 7. This is probably going to be close.
Right, 5 Echo 6, Whiskey 4, cross runway 19er.
Should be alright.
Postman 51 India Heavy.
I think I've timed it perfectly.
Runway 25 right, 5
Nope,
Echo
it's
6,
going around.
Foxtrot 5, cross runway 19er.
Oh, perfect.
27 for Charlie Heavy.
Nordic 8 November Tango, runway 25 right, line up and wait. Beeline 50 Hotel Alpha, runway 25 right. Europa 69 Lima Quebec, taxi to the intersection of Outer 5 and Mike. Europa 69 Lima Quebec, taxi to the intersection of Outer 5 and Mike via Outer 5. Beeline 29 Lima, taxi to the intersection of Outer 5 and Mike via Outer 4. Top Swiss 8 Victor, taxi to the intersection of Outer 5 and Mike via Outer 4. United 61 Alpha Heavy, runway 25 left, clear to land exit at taxiway Charlie 5. ISO 58 Papa Cross, runway 19er. Lufthansa 21 Whiskey, taxi to terminal via Romeo 4. Cedar Jet 25 Golf Lima, pushback approved, expect runway 25 right. Cedar Jet 25 Golf Lima, pull back to the gate. Cedar Jet 25 Golf Lima, pushback approved, expect runway 25 right. KLM 97 Sierra, taxi to the intersection of Mike and Inner 5 via Inner 8 Mike. Turkish 1 India Tango Heavy, taxi to ramp. Osman 20 Delta cross, runway 25 right.
Pushback approved facing east.
Battery 84 Kilo Heavy, runway 25 right via Echo 6 Foxtrot 5, cross runway 19er.
Pushback approved facing east. Beeline 36 Delta Charlie.
Multi 45 X-ray Oscar Heavy, runway 25 right, line up and wait. Nordic 88 November Tango, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Horseman 20 Delta, taxi to the intersection of Outer 5 and Mike via Outer 3.
Continue taxi. Incline 44 Sierra.
KLM 97 Sierra, taxi to terminal via Mike Inner 5. Royal Emirates 95 Lima, runway 25 right via Echo 4 Whiskey 3, cross runway 19er.
Runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure. Ethiopian 57 Delta Hotel Heavy.
Multi 45 X-ray Oscar Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure. Airline 97 Zulu, runway 25 right, line up and wait.
Taxi and hold at the intersection.
I need to get this
Taxiway
Qatar
Whiskey
moving.
3 and Foxtrot 5 via Sierra.
Scandinavian 90 Alpha, pushback approved, facing east. We've been playing for about an hour now, so I think these are our last departures, I think. Cedar Jet 25 Golf Lima, runway 25 right via Echo 4 Whiskey 3, cross runway 19er. Ethiopian 62 Whiskey Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Whiskey 3 and Foxtrot 5. Algeria 61 Mike Alpha, cross runway 25 right. Land Cargo 54 Hotel Heavy, cross runway 25 right. Got the guy behind him moving as well. German Cargo 2, German Cargo 92 Zulu Heavy, cross runway 25 right. United 61 Alpha Heavy, taxi to terminal via Inner 9er Sierra.
Runway 25 right, cleared to land.
Airline 20 Romeo, pushback approved, facing east. This is getting very... Air Canada 38 November Heavy, runway 25 left, clear to land. Oh, that was late.
Runway 25 right at Bravo.
Air Canada 38 November Heavy, exit taxiway. Air Canada 38 November Heavy, exit taxiway Charlie 5.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Bravo 3 and Outer 6. Air Transat 44 India.
Air Algeria 61 Mike Alpha, taxi to the intersection of Outer 5 and Mike. Airline 97 Zulu. Airline 97 Zulu, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Outer 2.
Oh, they've got a big queue here, haven't we?
Uniform heavy.
What's his call sign? Zeta 6. Zeta 56 Oscar Hotel Heavy, pushback approved, facing east. Airline 24 Zulu, runway 25 right, line up and wait. Battery 84 Kilo Heavy, cross runway 19er.
Pushback approved, facing east.
Europa 69 Lima Quebec, taxi to the intersection of Outer 6 and Bravo 3. Airline 29 Lima, runway 25 right at Bravo 3 via Outer 6. Foxtrot 8 Victor, runway 25 right at Bravo 3 via Outer 6. Airline 24 Zulu, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Pushback approved. Facing east.
West 50 Kilo, runway 25 right. Etihad 390 Uniform Heavy, runway 25 right, line up and wait. Air Canada 38 November Heavy, taxi to terminal via Inner 9er.
Pushback approved.
Air Canada 38 November Heavy, taxi to terminal via Outer 9er. Air Portugal 54 Echo Juliet, runway 25 left, cleared to land, exit at taxiway Charlie 4. Land Cargo 54 Hotel Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Outer 5 and Mike. German Cargo 92 Sierra. German Cargo 92 Zulu Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Outer 5 and Mike. Etihad 390 Uniform Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Ethiopian 62 Whiskey, runway 25 right. Ethiopian 62 Whiskey Heavy, runway 25 right. Scandinavian 90 Alpha, taxi to the intersection of Outer 7 and Echo 6 via Romeo 4, Outer 7. Airline 20 Romeo, runway... Airline 20 Romeo, taxi to the intersection of Outer 7 and Echo 6 via Romeo 4, Outer 7. This is
Runway
Belgium,
25
isn't it?
right. Air Transat 44 India.
Belgium 12 Victor Heavy, runway 25 right, clear to land, exit at taxiway Alpha 7.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway
BT 80 Lima Victor, runway 25 right, line up behind next landing aircraft. Europa 69 Lima Quebec, runway 25 right. Bosman 20 Delta taxi to the intersection of Arda 6 and Bravo 3.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway in 5.
Air Portugal 54 Echo Juliet, taxi to terminal via inner 9er Mike inner 5. John Mark 21 Juliet, runway 25 left, clear to land, exit at taxiway Charlie 4. Here comes the Air Belgium 747, beautiful. He should be landing up next. Air Roger 61 Mike Alpha, taxi to the intersection of Outer 6 and Bravo 3.
Cross runway 19. Only from 99 on Sierra Heavy.
Yeah, it's now time for the just get everyone out. We are going to get Zeta across. Zeta 5G Oscar Hotel Heavy, cross runway 25 right. Gonna have a look down here. He's gonna roll all the way to the end. Get this guy across. Zeta 5-6 Oscar Hotel Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Outer 5 and Mike via Outer 3, cross runway 25 right. Yep, get him moving. Air Belgium 12 Victor Heavy, taxi to right. He'll come in that way.
Runway 25 right, the outer 8. Hold short of taxiway inner 6. Nordic 88 November Tango.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Romeo 4 and Mike. B-line 9 or 7 Zulu.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Sierra and Mike. Terram 78 Alpha.
Ethiopian 62 Whiskey Heavy, runway 25 right.
Romeo 4 and Mike. Specified 0 Kilo.
162 guys, that's gone, and we'll start getting all this stuff rolling. Sun Express 9 Whiskey, runway 25 right, line up and west. UT80 Lima Victor, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. I have seen these two in real life. When I did go to Brussels, I did see that family life livery, it's pretty cool. I also saw this Sun Express Star Trek livery, which is the reasons why I have included these into the schedule today. I mean, we have got a very, very busy thing here, don't we? Land Cargo 54 Hotel Heavy, runway 25 right, via out of 6. German Cargo 92 Zulu, runway 25 right, via out of 6. Let's have a look how many arrivals we've got left. It's probably about another 10. Still like 10, which are like late right now. Yeah, we should get them. We've got another 25 right arrival, which is fun. Sun Express 9 Whiskey, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Airline 2 Nana Lima, runway 25 right, flying up and west.
Runway 25 right, only from 99 on Sierra Heavy.
Get all these guys moving, B-line can go next.
Ryan, Air 77 Mike Kilo.
Runway 25 right, line up and wait. Air Juliet 2 Delta Heavy.
German Cargo 92 Zulu Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Outer 6 and Bravo 3.
Runway 25 right, line up and
Good,
wait.
any 19 Romeo Alpha, runway 25 right, line up and west. Jamrock 21 Juliet, taxi to terminal via Echo 3 inner 9er. B-line 53 X-ray, runway 25 left, clear to land, exit taxiway Charlie 4. B-line 29 Lima, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. You should start getting these guys. B-line 53 X-ray, runway 25 left, cleared to land, exit taxiway Charlie 4. We do have a Shamrock in a retro livery over there, which is pretty cool. They just cross, so I don't need to get them crossing, which is all fine. Then we're going to get B-line 50R. We've got a Singapore 747 coming in now, so I'm going to try and get all this stuff out. It's always tough. B-line 50 Hotel Alpha, runway 25 right, line up and west. Padom 78 Alpha, runway 25 right. Jordanian 19 Romeo Alpha, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 25 right and Bravo 1. Beeline 36 Delta Charlie.
Okay, let's start getting this stuff
Position.
moving.
Beeline 36 Delta Charlie. Runway 25 right. Bravo 1. Via
Postman
Alpha
20
6.
Delta, runway 25 right at Bravo 3.
Hold position. Beeline 36 Delta Charlie.
Xavier 53 Juliet Golf, runway 25 left, clear to land, exit taxiway Charlie 4. Beeline 53 X-ray, taxi to terminal via inner 9, Mike, inner 5.
Runway 25 right. Bravo
Beeline
1.
50
Via
Hotel
6.
Alpha, runway 25 right, cleared for
36
immediate
Delta
takeoff upon
Charlie.
reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Stops for State Victor, runway 25 right, so we'll line up on wait.
Runway 25 right. Cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching
Need these guys
altitude
to be ready.
1000, contact departure. First people
Is that a 56 Hotel? Is that a 56 Oscar Hotel Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Alpha 6 and Bravo 3? Is that a 56 Oscar Hotel Heavy, taxi to the intersection of Alpha 6 and Bravo 3?
Taxi to ramp. CQ on 64 India Heavy.
Delta 40 Bravo Heavy, runway 25 right, to up and wait.
Negative. Unknown command. Beeline 36 Delta Charlie.
Stops for 8 Victor, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. GT65 Hotel, runway 25 right.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway in a niner and uniform. Via in a niner.
We'll probably have to get 2 departures out here
Beeline 27 India
if we're clever about it.
Taxi and hold at the intersection
Still
of
quite a
taxiway
few
in
that
a
are
niner
late.
and
We'll see how much of them come in.
Charlie.
There's Rwanda,
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway.
Qatari 350,
Sierra. Beeline
Emirates 777, Turkish 330.
Taxi and
River
hold at the
53 Romeo Heavy,
intersection of
runway
taxiway
25 right,
Alpha
line up and wait.
7 and Echo 6. Beeline 907
Delta 40 Bravo Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Alpha 7 and Echo 6. Swiss 50 kilo.
Taxi and hold at the
Next two
intersection
are cleared
of
to
taxiway
land.
Alpha 7 and Echo 6. Via
I'm going to be
Alpha
pretty
7.
close to get this Singapore in.
Beeline 907 Zulu. Hold position. Beeline 907 Zulu.
Bangkok 54 Hotel Heavy, runway 25 right, via Echo 6 Foxtrot 5. German Cargo 92 Zulu Heavy, runway 25 right, via Echo 6 Foxtrot 5. Is that a 56 Oscar Hotel Heavy, runway 25 right, via Echo 6 Foxtrot 5. Roger 61 Mike Alpha, runway 25 right at Bravo 3. Vivid 53 Romeo Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Outer 7 and Echo 6 via Outer 7. Beeline 907 Zulu.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Outer 7 and Echo 6 via Outer 7.
We'll get all these guys
Swiss
passed in a
50
minute.
kilo.
Singapore 66 Alpha Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared to land, exit at taxiway Alpha 6. UT46 Victor Lima, runway 25 left, cleared to land, exit at taxiway Charlie 4. Xavier 53 Juliet Golf, taxi to terminal via inner 9 and Mike, inner 5. I don't know what liveries he's in.
Hold position. Beeline 9
I put some special liveries in this, Sunweb, pretty cool
Runway
livery.
25 right. Cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure.
We'll get
Air to the
Swiss
altitude Delta Heavy.
lined up, this is pretty much bang on for this beautiful 747 Singapore Airlines cargo. I love these are well cool.
Clear to land. Exit to taxiway Charlie 4.
Okay, Swiss 50 Kilo, runway 25 right, line up and wait. There'll be Swiss Postman,
On property error.
Europa,
Cyprus 7, 3 November.
Air Algeria, get these guys across, then start getting the heavies moving, and then we'll get regular lights, and then the heavies. And then we're done.
Cyprus 7, 3 November.
We have a Scandi coming in, which I think is the
Taxi and hold
CRJ.
at the intersection of taxiway in a
So
and
he's
hold.
approaching,
Beeline 27 India Charlie.
the rest have landed.
Taxi and hold at the intersection
There's
of
also
taxiway
Beeline
right,
53, yeah, so the arrivals are coming in. There's about 5 or 10 that are late, so we should get everything in. As I said, it was always going to take more than an hour. It's always about an hour and 20, an hour and 30 to get this amount of traffic.
facing east.
But it is what it is. Still all fun and games. Singapore 66 Alpha Heavy, taxi to ramp. Need you to be ready. Gotta get this stuff moving.
Intersection of taxiway Outer 5 and Mike. Royal Air Maroc
Come on.
24 uniform heavy.
Swiss 50 Kilo, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000. Contact to departure. Boss 120 Delta, runway 25 right, line up and wet.
Runway 25 right.
A Swiss A321, this Taram is quite nice. It's in the 66 years over here. We didn't really get a picture of this either, did we? Such a good view from there.
Whiskey 3, cross runway 19, Egypt 34 Foxtrot.
Looks really good this airport. Glad it's fine. I'll be playing this so much. There's so many good runway configs you can use as well. I'll probably play the other hour in this schedule, the one that isn't like, it's like 70 or 80, but we'll probably run 01 arrivals and 07 right departures. That's quite a fun config. Europa 69 Lima Quebec, runway 25 right, line up and wet. Boss 120 Delta, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. So in real life, and even on that stuff, you wouldn't send them this quick, but again, you wouldn't really get 100 aircraft in an hour. Okay, land should be going across here in a minute. Land cargo 54 Hotel Heavy, crash runway 19. German cargo 920 Zulu Heavy, crash runway 19. Is that the 56 Oscar Hotel Heavy, cross runway 19. Europa 69 Lima Quebec, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure. Roger, 61 Mike Alpha, runway 25 right, line up and wet. He took a lot longer to get up in the air than I thought. Okay, so these three should come past now, then we can start getting all this moving.
Runway 25 right, Air Algeria 39 kilo.
Once we're done, we're going to have a quick look around at some of the arrivals as well. Scandinavian 31 X-ray Papa, runway 25 left, clear to land, exit at taxiway Charlie 4. Beauty 46 Victor Lima, taxi to terminal via inner 9er, Mike, inner 5. Roger, 61 Mike Alpha, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Adam 78 Alpha, runway 25 right, line up and wet. Beauty 906 Whiskey, runway 25 right. Scandinavian 90 Alpha, runway 25 right. Airline 20 Romeo, runway 25 right. Look at this. Such a great style for this, isn't it? Look at that for a view then.
Runway 25 left, clear to land, exit at taxiway Charlie 4.
That's why I quite like, you've got all these different, and this is why 25s, you have to run the 25s to be able to run this schedule. It's way too busy otherwise. I'll probably give a game a go at some point where we don't have the tags, but when we play these kind of schedules you need it. Gotta be a bit more of a chilled session, I think, if we're playing without tags. Adam 78 Alpha, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Battery 8, 4 kilo heavy, runway 25 right, line up and wet.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway outer 5 and Mike by outer 5. Air Baltic 26 Sierra Sierra.
So we'll get these two going, then we'll get all the lighter aircraft, and then these three can end. We do still have a few more arrivals. There's about another 5, I think, after these that are coming in, so yeah, we can probably wait for the arrivals. By the time we get all these out, though, most of them should be in. We are running at 3 nautical miles. The multi's not arrived either, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's still another 8 after these at 1 o'clock. Battery 8, 4 kilo heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Ethiopian 62 Whiskey Heavy, runway 25 right, line up and wet. A long taxi for Charlie W. I think what they do also in real life is, obviously the departures are never this busy. But the stuff that parks in this Everyone North, like some of your like Rhinos, EasyJets, because they're all way over here, they will land them on 25 right, just for the ease of taxiing, because that's obviously a long taxi to do that, and you know what Ryanair are like as well. So they will land them on 25 right, get them straight into the ramp after like what 30 seconds or whatever that is, and then they can obviously go straight back out of Bravo 1. Actually, I think Rhino used full length at Brussels for noise abatement procedures. Brussels has a lot of noise issues. Ethiopian 62 Whiskey Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. We have an MH 777, U265 Hotel, runway 25 right, line up on wing. Airline 53, India Victor, runway 25 left, cleared to land, exit taxiway Charlie 4. Scandinavian 31 X-ray Papa, taxi to terminal via inner 9er Romeo 4. A CRJ from Scandinavian here. Pretty cool little plane. What I will do is I'll quickly amend this. Just open up 25 right, just so that we can get all these arrivals in, because it's probably about another 8 yet.
Runway 25 right, line up and wave. Multi 38 November heavy.
Pushback approved, facing east. Multi 45 X-ray Oscar heavy.
We'll wait for him, we do need a little bit of work. Different, because that's a heavy into the, and we do have a different intersection. We'll take off from the same spot actually, I don't think we have different intersection points.
Taxi to terminal by inner 5, V-line 901 Zulu.
Taxi to terminal.
ISO 58 Papa, runway 25 right, line up and wait. UT65 Hotel, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. He's pretty cool. I mean, the lighting on my game isn't the best. I probably need to kind of mess with my MEO settings at some point. Because it's really good this, but it seems a little bit too bright. It needs more like on MSFS, I use a reshade to make things, because even that's too bright. So I use a reshade to make it ever so slightly darker. We'll probably need to do the same for this game. Try and figure out if there's a MEO setting that we can do to change that. Airline 906 Yankee, runway 25 left, cleared to land, exit at taxiway Charlie 4. Airline 53 India Victor, taxi to terminal via inner 9er Romeo 4. ISO 58 Papa, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. UT96 Whiskey, runway 25 right, line up and wait.
Runway 25 right at Bravo.
So that's the Serbia coming on approach now. The good thing about this as well, like you guys can still see everything while I have my ideas and debrightness top left and top right with this airport. Especially if I have like, so for here, still see everything really well. Yeah, one of my favourite ones so far this, I'm really enjoying playing this. What we're doing now, we're checking the arrivals right now. So there's 5 more after these that are on approach. So after the ASL, which is there, yeah, there's 5 more. So probably just, probably pretty much bang on in terms of departures and arrival split. UT96 Whiskey, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Rock 95 Lima, runway 25 right, line up and wait. This is in a special livery as well. I did put this one in a special livery. I'm gonna put look at this. That is pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty nice. Screenshot of that there. Anatolia 13 Kilo Hotel, runway 25 left, cleared to land, exit at taxiway Charlie 4. Airline 96 Yankee, taxi to terminal via inner 9er Romeo 4. We do have one coming on 25 right now, but it's fine, we'll get all this stuff out anyway. Airline Rock 95 Lima, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Scandinavian 90 Alpha, runway 25 right, line up and wait.
Runway 25 right, line up and wait.
What's coming in on here? It's the high sky.
Runway 25 left.
That's another one, so that gives us 4 left. The Turkish 330, a Rwanda 330, and a Qatar A350. Hitting them 4, so I do want to try and get them in. Okay, get him winding up, then we'll get Cedar Jet. Just try and get all these out, and then hopefully the arrivals are on the way. Yeah, so it does take longer. I will be sharing the schedule. It should already be shared by the time this video comes out actually. It'll be in the Field Air Discord and in my personal Discord as well. Scandinavian 90 Alpha, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Jet 25 Golf Lima, runway 25 right, line up and wet.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway outer 2 and Juliet, postman 20 Delta.
We'll just pause for 1 second.
Multi-45 X-ray Oscar Heavy.
Runway 25 right.
I'll just
Line up
continue and get him lined up.
Negative. Unknown command. Sun Express 9er Whiskey.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway 8 and Mike. Beauty 150 Tango.
Is he down?
Pushback facing
Yeah,
east.
these are the air
Speed
jets.
bird 53 Romeo Heavy.
Cross runway 25 right. Qatari 84 Kilo Heavy.
Runway 25
Emirates
right. Line
2
up and wait.
Hotel Oscar Heavy, runway 25 left, clear to land exit at taxiway Charlie 5. Jet 25 Golf Lima, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Negative. I'm departure. Beauty 65 Hotel. Runway 25 right. Via Echo 4. Whiskey 3. Cross
Airline 20 Romeo, runway 25 right, line up and wet. Jet 25 Golf Lima, upon reaching altitude 1000, contact. Jet 25 Golf Lima, upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 25 right. Via Echo
Anatolia
4,
13 Kilo
Whiskey
Hotel,
3,
taxi to
cross
terminal
runway
via Inner
100,
Niner.
Delta 40 Bravo Heavy.
Nice.
Runway 25 left. Clear to land. Exit at taxiway Charlie 4.
We've got high sky.
KLM 907 Sierra.
One Cargo 54 Hotel Heavy, runway 25 right, line up and wet. Airline 20 Romeo, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway and Niner and uniform. Lufthansa 21 Whiskey.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway Mike and Inner 5. Beauty
I got
150
these
Tango.
3 departures out before the next 2 arrivals.
Taxi and hold at the intersection
There's
of
2 coming in on
taxiway
25
outer
right,
6 Bravo
and
3,
then there's another
outer 5.
3 that are still late. If they don't arrive, then they don't arrive, but
Taxi
that's the
and hold
Qatari
at
actually.
intersection of taxiway Mike and outer 5 via outer
Hopefully the
5.
other 2 do come in a minute.
Hotel Alpha.
Here comes the Emirates 777,
Runway 25 right. Cleared for immediate
which is in the
takeoff.
new
Reaching
livery, I
altitude
believe.
1000. Contact departure. Exit jet 33 Bravo.
I'm going to have a quick look at Emirates landing here.
Pushback approved facing east.
No, I've got the wrong one selected.
Hotel Heavy.
Keep an eye on
Pushback
Emirates.
approved facing east. Air Algerie 61 Mike Alpha.
Just past the touchdown zone.
Taxiway Romeo 4 and Mike. Beauty 65
Nice setup.
Hotel.
Line Cargo 5 for Hotel Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. German Cargo 920 Heavy, runway 25 right, line up and wet. Jet 25 Golf Lima, contact departure. I forgot to give it the takeoff clearance, but don't matter.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway outer 5. And Mike.
Serbia 13 Bravo,
Qatari
runway
84
25 left, clear to land exit at taxiway Charlie 4. Emirates 2 Hotel Oscar Heavy, taxi to terminal via Inner Niner Sierra.
Taxi to terminal via Inner 5.
Yeah, we get these 2
Beauty
guys up.
150
Fine.
Tango.
Zeta 56 Oscar Hotel Heavy, runway 25 right to line up and wet. German Cargo 902 Zulu Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure. Yeah, should be lifting off about now anyway.
Runway 25 right. Clear for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude
Go.
1000. Contact departure. Air
Should
Baltic
probably just get these 2 guys out. The other ones don't seem to be bothering coming in.
Lufthansa 21 Whiskey.
We can always speed it up when we get to the end just in case we need to.
Echo 6 via outer 7. Beauty 65 Hotel. Command property error. Speed bird 53 Romeo Heavy. Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway and Niner and uniform. Speed bird 53 Romeo Heavy.
Pushback approved
Gotta get
facing
him
east.
rolling.
Ethiopian
It's
6 to
just a
Whiskey
blank Air 747
Negative.
cargo.
Line not to terminal. Jet
Zeta
25
56
Alpha.
Oscar Hotel Heavy, runway 25 right, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 25 right. Cleared for immediate takeoff on reaching altitude 1000.
We're going to have a
Contact
look
departure.
from down here.
Jet
There are
34
arrivals. We
Foxtrot.
will go and have a quick look around the arrivals once we're
Runway
done.
25 right. Line up and wait. Air Algerie 39er Kilo.
Sky 98 Romeo Whiskey, runway 25 right, clear to land. Sky Europe 98 Romeo Whiskey, runway 25 right, clear to land. I did try and open them so they come on both runways, but that just isn't happening. Serbia 13 Bravo taxi to terminal via inner 9 and Mike inner 5.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway outer 2
Here
and
goes
Juliet.
the
Air Algerie 61 Mike Alpha.
747.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway outer 2 and Juliet. Bank cargo 5.
They'll be using pretty much all of that runway warning.
Push
Yeah.
back approve facing east. German cargo 902 Zulu Harry.
Beautiful.
Runway 25 right. Cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure. Air Algerie
Let's
39 kilo.
speed it up to see if we can get these next arrivals to spawn in. If they don't, we'll just end on the Qatari. Gotta be 8 Oscar Golf Heavy, runway 25 right to clear to land. Just the Alpine's coming in,
Beauty 80 Lima Victor.
and we've still got the 330 and then the Rwanda. Let's see if them two come in.
Line 50 Hotel Alpha.
Guy Europe 908 Romeo Whiskey taxi to terminal via outer 5 Mike inner 8. Hold short of Mike. Just because there's
Taxi and
Serbia's
hold at
coming
the
down
intersection
here.
of taxiway Bravo 3 and outer 6. Qatari 84 kilo heavy. Negative. Taxiway not bound.
Nice guy 908 Romeo Whiskey taxi to the intersection of outer 5 and Mike. Sky Europe 908 Romeo Whiskey taxi to the intersection of outer 5 and Mike. That'll do.
Pushback approved facing east. Bay line 29 Lima.
Just to get these last ones in, just so I can show you the liveries and what else is in the schedule. Again, you guys might not get the same issue. Just yeah, sometimes there is an issue with the game. I think where stuff just gets stuck sometimes and takes ages to come in. Here is the. Oh, I should have put this one on. No, the wrong one. Ah, he's down now. Should have done that for you then. Okay, SW is there. Guy Europe 908 Romeo Whiskey taxi to terminal via outer 5 Mike inner 8.
Royal Air Maroc 24 uniform heavy.
Battery 80 Golf Hotel taxi to terminal via Battery 8 Oscar Golf Heavy taxi to terminal via outer 5 Mike Sierra. Battery 8 Oscar Golf Heavy taxi to terminal via outer 4 Mike Sierra. So, he's a 350. Alpine 81 Victor, runway 25 left, clear to land. Just speed it up a little bit more. There is one more coming in, I can see, which is the multi. And then we do have the Rwanda as well, so we'll just get them. Okay, they're all coming in here, they're all going, that's fine. Let's go up a little bit more.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of taxiway
Multi 83 November Oscar Heavy, runway 25 right, clear to land exit, taxiway Alpha 3. Yep. Multi 83 November Oscar Heavy, runway 25 right, clear to land exit, taxiway Alpha 5. Yep, we'll just bring him down here.
Runway 25 right.
Rwanda 92 Hotel Heavy, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Contact departure. Beeline 18 Golf Victor Heavy.
Alpine 81 Victor taxi to terminal via inner 9 and Mike.
Negative. Unknown command. Ethiopian 6 to Whiskey Heavy.
Alpine 81 Victor crash runway 19er. Here's the multi, we've already seen one of them.
Taxi and hold at the intersection of
Come up
taxiway
here.
Foxtrot 4.
Multi 83 November Oscar Heavy taxi to ramp right November.
Runway 19er. Ethiopian 6 to Whiskey Heavy. Runway 25 right.
I'll slow it
via
down
Echo 4,
just so that we
Whiskey
can go
3,
and have a
cross
quick look
runway
at
19er.
the
Ice Air
Rwanda.
58 Papa.
Turkish 92 Mike Heavy, runway 25 left, clear to land. That's because I didn't give him clearance to wear. Rwanda 92 Hotel Heavy taxi to terminal via Foxtrot 2, cross runway 19er. Here's the Rwanda 330, which comes in from Charles de Gaulle. Then we'll get the Turkish down. Rwanda 92 Hotel Heavy taxi to terminal via Foxtrot 2. Rwanda 92 Hotel Heavy taxi to terminal via Foxtrot 2, cross runway 19er. And here comes the Turkish. Turkish 92 Mike Heavy taxi to terminal via Foxtrot 2, cross runway 19er.
Runway 25 right. Line up
So
and
the
wait.
Rwanda parks
Mark
there,
80
and then
Tango.
this guy comes in here.
Runway 25 right.
Okay.
Line 50 Hotel Alpha. Taxi and hold at the
Well, that
intersection of
import.
taxiway out to 5.
And then
Europa 6
we'll obviously ignore the noise.
Taxi and hold at the
Turn that
intersection
off for you guys. See that.
5 and Mike
Oh, yeah,
via
there we
out
go.
to 5.
Just gonna have a quick look around. So we had a Cyprus Airways land, a Rwanda, this Hainan in the Sky, brand new one in the update. Turkish High Sky, Airjet, we had the Erling Gus Retro again. Some of these you might not have seen because we didn't really zoom in when we landed. This is operating on behalf of Air Senegal. There's a Freebird, Emirates 777, Cathay, United, Qatar. Absolutely amazing heavies. CRJ Scandi, a few Brussels, Lufthansa. These are all the standard stuff. We had the Finnair at the start, Iberia, KLM little one, another KLM. And then a lot of stuff down here, which is the Air Portugal Starlines. Pretty cool, this one with the winglets still in the Air Portugal. We had the Tomorrowland delivery, and then a few of the Airlines stuff. And then we had this from a cargo, A310 I think it is. And then we had the Citroen 330 which comes in, Singapore Airlines cargo, ULS operating on behalf of Turkish, and then the Air Belgium. So yeah, pretty good. Mixture of all sorts in this. Kind of, yeah, mixture of everything. Pretty cool custom schedule. Obviously takes a little bit longer than the hour. It takes about an hour and a half to get it all in, but it all did land eventually. Once stuff did stop getting stuck. I did set it to 3 nautical miles. There was gaps in arrivals, which ideally we probably wouldn't do. I might have to amend it a few, maybe just bring stuff in like earlier, just set all the times early and see if there's no gaps, because I think if you wait it towards the second half, then stuff will be late and you do get them gaps in arrivals. So might just need to amend the timings on the arrivals, just to try and like set 1 per minute. For the first like 30 minutes or whatever, first 40 minutes, set 1 every 2 minutes every so often, just to try and spread the arrivals out a little bit. But for now, I'll release this as is. If anyone wants to give it a go, yeah, feel free. It'll be in the Field Air Discord server and my Discord. And give it a go. If there's any issues, please do let me know. Because there'll probably be amends to this schedule at some point. We'll probably come back again here soon, play another runway config with the other hour in my schedule, which I think is the 5 PM hour. Gets us just over 80 movements. But that one's a little bit more interesting because we're going to run the 07 and 01 config for that one. So yeah, overall pretty fun. Really nice airport. Really enjoyed that. And yeah, as I said, custom schedules are always fun to play as well with whatever you can put into them. It'd be good to get your guys' thoughts. Do you like the airport? Have you got it? Have you tried it? Have you got any issues with it? Have you kind of created any schedules? And yeah, any general feedback is always there. If you do like the content, please do like and subscribe. It does help me out and does help me keep this channel going to do more content like this for you in the future. And if you do have any questions, comments, feedback, or any suggestions for anything you do want to see in the future, then please drop them in the comments. So you can always reach out to me directly on Discord as well. But for now, thanks so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.